take my breath away. Just can't wait to get back home to you. We can do what lovers do. Oh, I love the way I feel when you're around. It makes my day. You make me feel so proud. You inspire me to be young and free. And I hope we never change.
Good evening, sir.
What up, what up, what up?
Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk. Sunday night, 8 p.m. right here on the book and all those other platforms. With me, Mr. Red, of course, that's Big Rose. And once again on Sunday, as usual, Mr. Jones is either late or he is missing in action.
Yep.
But you all know how Mr. Jones is. But he says he will be here. Punctuality is a problem, Slim.
Punctuality is key.
I'm not understanding. Like, you off on Sundays. I mean, I realize you booed up now, but I mean, you do set aside your time for 8 o'clock so you can be on the show. I don't understand that.
I mean, you know, what can you do, bro?
I mean,
aside from putting a gun to his head.
He booed up. He is really booed up.
I mean, you booed up too, but you ain't late.
Never. Well, not never. I'm not gonna say that.
Right. Don't say nothing.
I could be late, but I'd be late. It'd be technical difficulties, or I'd be coming from somewhere, but I still make sure I'm here. That dude don't call. He don't do nothing.
Yeah.
If the boss came in and said, "Where's Chris?" Chris be fired. Be like,
I guess that's what happens when we're the three bosses.
Fired.
Oh man.
Chris is fired. I don't know. Let me don't say that. Jokers be like this. Y'all fired him.
Right. Y'all fired me on air for real?
No, we didn't fire
Chris,
him.
we just playing with you, bro. Oh man, Kenny Branch, what's up, bro? What's happening to you, man?
I Kenny, boy, let me tell you. That cigar I smoked yesterday that I posted in the Blaze one. Mm. That thing was vicious, boy. I like that cigar. I think it was a couple of years ago that it was considered cigar. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a real nice cigar. That joke was smooth as a mug.
What kind was it?
It was called. God, I gotta look at the name. I gotta tell you, I should have took a picture of it so I could have posted that joke. Well, I posted a picture of me with smoking it, but I did have the label.
Mm-hmm. It was an action-packed weekend with a whole bunch of activities going on this weekend.
I'm sure I'm going to butcher the hell out of this name, but I'm going to try. Maybe it's probably just better if I just put it like this so you can see it, because I don't want to tell the name. You probably can't even see the name.
No, I can't see that, John.
Yeah, it's so little. That's when you get old. You got a little teeny ass print.
Let me finish cleaning my glasses so I can see it. Hold up.
Can you? Praise. You see, it's all blue.
Kenny probably know. Kenny, what's the name of this cigar right here, Kenny? Since you won't here live with us.
He probably smoked it.
He said he can't see it.
Can you see it?
Perez Carreto.
That's what look. I ain't gonna say the name because I'm gonna tear it up. Carletto.
All right, put it up there now so I can see what it is.
Carletto.
I got my glasses on now. Let me see.
Perez
Carreto.
Yeah, well, it was in a pretty blue wrapper. It was a nice cigar. That's what I'm gonna say. But I smoked it.
Kenny said, yeah, it's a great smoke.
Yeah, that joke was real nice, huh? Kenny, what's up with you, brother? We ain't talk to you in a minute, man. You out there?
Greg on here too.
Who else in here? I see a lot of people.
There's a few. We got Rhonda Black, Greg, Kenny, Carl McDonald.
Carl say he on time. I know, Carl. You know it's
Absolutely.
A punctuality thing.
Right.
We dealing with late people.
Okay, happy birthday, Kenny. It's his birthday weekend. Happy birthday to you, brother.
That's right. It sure is. I saw him he was at a steakhouse somewhere.
Yeah, I saw that.
Eating good out there. Somebody
Washington State.
He living like a boss right now. What was the name of the place?
Oh no, I forgot the name of it.
You said what you called it?
I say he's out there in Washington State.
Oh, Washington State. I thought you said wash the steak. I was like, this what?
Oh, he was at Michael Jordan Steakhouse. That's where he was.
I'm trying. Can we get an invite? Hello. Did you pick up the phone and say, fellas, BMU, y'all trying to come to MJ's restaurant, sit down, break bread with me, smoke a cigar afterwards, fly on back home?
For his birthday weekend.
We could have fueled up the jet and been on our way.
Fueled up the jet? Really? You got a jet?
Fueled up the jet, been on our way.
Shoot, you got a jet. Let me know. Let me use that joint.
Look at you. See? Look at you already.
Greg said to get an invite means Bill got to get on a plane. I
said fuel up the jet.
Kenny said he going back this Tuesday, so we invited.
See what I'm saying? He gonna go during the work week. we got stuff to do.
We gotta work.
But we can fuel up the jet on the weekend. We come on out there. And no, Greg, we is not swinging to San Diego to pick your ass up. We're bringing you with us. Nah.
Wow. We're gonna leave that brother out like that?
Yeah, because he talking trash. See, he talking trash. Oh, we're gonna talk about Carl, we're gonna talk about that later. That's one of the open topics that we're gonna talk about. Because that situation that happened down in Charles County. Well, actually it happened in Charles County, but they were arrested in Iverson Mall.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna talk about that later. So we just warm things up now, man. We're trying to wait for Chris to get up in. But that is you are definitely right. We definitely need to speak on that. And a lot of us in here got kids. Mm-hmm. A lot of us raise our kids in different manners and do different things. But I just feel like they are basic rule book, common sense things that need to be done when it's raising your child. One is, number one, don't be a dumbass. Don't be stupid and don't do dumb shit. That should come out everybody's mouth when they training and teaching their kids everything. Don't be stupid. Don't be a dumbass. And just don't be a dumbass. Period. And then Carl, I'm glad you because we've been talking about this all weekend. This show got me a little on fire, Slim. Because the mama shows up in the stolen car to pick up the child. We gonna leave that right there. Where do we live, Slim?
We live in a jacked up society, man. That's where we live.
Bruh, you knew when you got in the car that it was stolen. You knew the car didn't belong to you.
Right.
And you still took your ass to the police station, not to the Walmart, not the Target, not Chick-fil-A, not the McDonald's. You took the stolen car to pick up your child that was calling you from there to the police station. Who said what the fuck?
Sure.
What the fuck is right? I'm gonna cuss tonight. I'm just letting y'all know. It's gonna be some cuss words tonight. Because this shit just stupid. Stupid. The word tonight gonna be stupid. I'm gonna say it a lot tonight, but you're just stupid. Okay, I'm sorry, my bad.
Simmer down.
How was your weekend, bro?
My weekend was all right, man. It was mellow smooth. Me and the kids was in here chilling. I watched not to get off topic, but I know we're gonna get back to that in a second. But I watched that movie Mother this weekend with J-Lo.
So you did see it.
Man, that joint is a beast. Absolute beast. J-Lo about to get, I'm gonna jump out there and say this, but she might get a little nod for that. She might get a nomination.
Well, you know, most of the streaming movies now get all the awards now anyway.
Yeah. That joint was off the hook. J-Lo did her thing in that. And then shout out to Amari, I don't know his last name, but Ghost from Power. He in that joint too. He did his thing too in that movie. Have you checked it out yet?
What? Mother. I told you to watch.
Oh, my bad. I mean,
what? You had a long weekend. Did you have a long weekend? Seems like you had a long weekend.
Me and the kids actually watched that joint today, actually this morning.
Yeah, we was on with me and Christian. We was like, "Just watching." You said, "Hey kids, y'all will see Mother," and they was like,
"That's right." My bad.
Yeah, bro.
That's what happens when you turn 50. You forget stuff. The mind doesn't say to go.
That's everyone. Not everyone. Everyone doesn't forget that.
The mind start going.
You might move a little slow, but you just move slow. You don't forget stuff. Well, some people.
Well, I started forgetting stuff, so you know.
So, in case some of you who do not know, I'm gonna put this out there. Mama told me I could go ahead and say that the oldest child, Keisha, had her baby yesterday at 4:55, 5 pound little girl. And
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. And she came out yesterday, simple and easy.
Mm-hmm.
But this the kicker though. The Joker was holding the bottle yesterday.
For real?
Bruh, I'm trying to tell you. When she called me and she said, "Babe, the baby holding the bottle already." I said, "Stop playing with me. You lying." She said, "No." I said, "Take a picture. Let me see." So she took a picture.
Can't see the picture.
No, I'm about to go back. I'm about to go back. I'm about to show y'all. I'm gonna show you the baby. The child is holding. The child is holding the bottle in her hand. And I was like, "This, stop playing with me." All right, give me a few minutes. It's gonna come up so y'all can see it. But yeah, so look at this right here. Look at that.
Wow.
That's yesterday. She was born yesterday, and she got look at her hands.
Wow.
Look at that. Ain't that something?
That is something.
Bruh. So my aunt today at church, my cousin today at church said she getting out the way for the next one. Slim, ain't gonna be a next one. Telling you this now. That child is not having another one. This is it.
How you know? You never know that.
Bruh, I know this.
Never say no.
No, sir. It ain't happening. That joker.
I said that after Michaela was born, and two more jokers came out.
This one a different breed, bruh. This ain't happening. No, sir. She was ready for that little joker to get up out of there immediately. No, sir. But she good. She doing good. She feeling good. Her mama been up there since. They've been up there since Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And she came home for a little bit today, but she gone right back up there. I think both of them coming home on Tuesday. I think they come home Tuesday. But
they keeping them that long?
Well, I mean, technically the baby was born yesterday, And I mean, that's what, 3 days? So it's either 2 or 3 days. I'm thinking it's like 2 or 3 days they keep them
Shit,
anywhere.
Normally, what they've been doing lately is once the baby is born and nothing's wrong, peace. They send you home.
But they got to check all the,
the vitals and all that.
I mean, I guess pandemic is over now, so a lot of stuff going back to normal.
Right.
But yeah, they should be home Tuesday.
Okay, that's good.
So everybody excited. Got a whole lot of, conversation going on in here. I mean, I ain't popped the question yet. So technically, I ain't stepdaddy yet.
Correct.
But when I become stepdaddy, what am I to the chat?
Step grandpa.
Step grandpa? That doesn't have a ring to it, bros. I don't want to be called
step papa.
I don't think I want to be a Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Now you are a pop moment. I don't want that. Oh,
I mean, what else can you be? Her father gonna be granddad, whatever he is.
No, her father's gonna be father. Oh, you mean the real her?
Yeah, her real father. Yeah,
that's different. I mean, I get that, but I'm just saying, Pop just sounds like I'm watching Bad Boys.
Okay. It's a title that you embrace if she chooses to call you that.
I think I'm gonna be like Bill, the OG.
No.
Hey, OG.
No.
Okay, that don't sound right.
No.
2-year-old can't say
that's some straight out of Southeast type shit. No.
2-year-old can't say it. What's up, OG?
No.
Although these days, that's what you be hearing. So have you texted him to see if he gonna join us or question?
I said, let's go, Chris. We waiting on you.
And you got nothing?
Nothing.
Oh yeah, he is really, 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 really late. G-Day. Paul Bill. Hey Sharon, who said Paul Bill?
Greg.
That sounds like something from the country. Paul. That sounds like I'm about to do a cartoon show on Saturday mornings. Here comes Paul Bill. We're not doing that.
He said, "Come, Paul Bill."
Next Saturday on a new episode of Paul Bill. No, sir. We're not having it. Not going to be Paul Bill.
I'm sure whatever name she chooses to call you,
we're
going to embrace it.
Sharon say G-Dad. No. Pop. No. Paul Bill. I don't know. I might keep that and put that to the side for a cartoon or something. But I had to use Paul Bill. Paul Bill sound like he can make a little bit of money somewhere. Wait a minute. Hold on. Paul Bill.
Oh my God.
Here comes. Come on, children. Let's sing along with Papa Bill. Papa Bill. Oh yeah, we can work with that. we can write some storybooks and some storylines now.
This dude here, boy. I tell you.
I'm just saying. Well, since he ain't joining us, I guess we can move into the topic and talk about these children.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Make sure I say happy birthday to all of the Geminis. It's y'all season. If there are any Geminis watching, make sure
Gemini season. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a rough season.
I saw this one meme that said, all right, Geminis, it's your season. Switch over to your other personality.
Y'all got quite a few.
I was like, what? Did people really say that? Greg said Papa Smurf Bill.
I mean, right now I got the gray beard. If I keep that, I could be.
Ooh. Now anybody look like Papa Smurf is me when I got my beard.
I could be the black Papa Smurf. I'm sure
you be the red Papa Smurf.
Definitely be that. I don't know. No, Greg, that's not gonna work. Unless they put me with the voice in a movie with Rihanna. And I'll be Papa Smurf all day.
There you go.
I'll do Papa Smurf all day long.
All right, let's go back to this topic, guys. I think Carl said check your inbox.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna do that in a few seconds. All right, so look, man, we're gonna jump into the topic. Lately there have been a lot of carjackings and kids shooting kids, getting on buses, beating them with guns, shootings at parking lots with fights breaking out, guns, and it's only right and just for us right now to make sure that we put our stamp on it and talk about it, because we got kids. Rose got kids, I got kids, Chris got kids. So it is very important that we do not sit back and ignore it and have fun days without, acknowledging the issue and the problem that's taking place. There are a few incidents that have happened that have, completely baffled me as far as how the situations occurred and how they just happened. It just doesn't make sense at all. But the one I think that bothers me the most is the carjacking ring that they broke up and arrested the kids from, I guess they were from Charles County,
mm-hmm.
and they were still in the cars in Charles County, but I think they caught them at Iverson Moore's parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
There was 5 of them, 4 children and 1 adult. But here, okay, so carjackings, they happen every day. We know that. And, the more and more we watch the news or whatever, we see that the kids, they get younger and younger, the ones that are still in the cars. It ain't grown folks, it's kids still in the cars. So here's the ticket for me with this one. And I know y'all saw it and y'all heard it. The car that the mother was driving to go pick up one of the children, that called her and said, come pick me up from the police station, was a stolen car. Then I'm wondering if the child stole it and gave it to his mom. Please I need some guidance on this. Help me understand what's going on in that household.
I mean, it's stupidity going on in that household, man. I mean, that's dumb. That's dumb as hell. You want to take the stolen car to your mother's house, call your mother and say, come get me. And she jump in the stolen car and come get you. You can't, how can you possibly say anything positive towards that? You can't.
You can't.
You can't. It's straight up stupidity. So that just go to show and prove somehow they got that shit from their home.
And I was telling somebody this weekend, if you ask me, most of it they learned it from the video games. Them video games is teaching them a lot of stuff. That Grand Theft Auto is responsible for a lot of nonsense, bro.
Yep.
It is definitely a key factor.
But it still goes back to how you raise that child.
Right.
You can play the game all you want to, because of course, when we was growing up, we had some violent games and stuff that we played, but our parents were like, this shit ain't real. And I bet not see you out here trying to attempt to do any of this shit as you playing on this damn game. Or else I'm gonna whip your ass. Or I'm gonna take you to the daggone police station. They're not doing that now. What they're doing is they're allowing these video games, movies, songs, other people in the community that's negative influences raise these kids. They don't have the same it takes a village like it used to back in the day. They don't have that theory or that support system that they used to have back then. It's not present in today's age, and it's a shame. I don't know why we drifted away from that. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some folks like us that do believe in, it takes a village to raise your child. So that's why, we all talk to our kids and stuff like that. Give them a little encouragement and stuff, all that good stuff. But it's not as intense or as involved as it used to be back in the day. And it's just bad that we stepped away from that old school way of thinking and way of bringing up your children. It's sad that we stepped away from that. That's not a good thing, man. It's not a good thing
at all.
Yeah, Sharon Wright. Some folks are not cut out to be parents. Absolutely true.
But they don't think about
you
that.
got kids trying to raise kids. It
don't think
ain't
about
gonna happen.
They don't think about that before they lay down.
Correct.
That's the wrong. When you lay down, the only thing you think about is getting that off, making sure I tagged this, I got that. Come on, man.
Absolutely.
To that, the consequences that come with laying down, that comes with it, and the responsibility that can occur if you're reckless when you're doing it, you gotta be ready for it. And the thing that gets me more than anything is that when you talk to these parents, they act as if though they're immune to it, like they don't understand it and don't know. But then
they do.
And they do. And then the key thing is, like I was told by somebody older, like I said, this weekend we were talking about it a lot. But I was told that, the ones who raising these kids that way, they were raised in a household that didn't teach them no better. So that's all they know.
Correct.
That's all they know. But my thing is, and I guess what I'm trying to figure out is, we've gotten to a stage in society now where, you know how when you lived on the street and it was row houses on both sides of the street, and Miss Johnson lived down on one side of the street, and Miss Sycamore lived up 2 houses up on the left, but your mama wasn't home. But if you did some dumb shit, Miss Johnson came out and beat your ass too, because she already had permission from your mom. We can't do that these days.
I mean,
we can't.
Go ahead.
You're right, we can't. But the minute that you touch a child, it's so many other things that jumped into place now. One, the minute that you put your hands on the child, they call the police saying, you beat my ass, what's the thing that they say?
Child abuse.
Child abuse. You use the child abuse. Okay. Then there's the parent come up to the school and want to beat up the teacher because the teacher done disciplined your child. So shit that you ain't doing at home, but they chose to do it. But back in our day, the teacher would have the parent would have called the teacher that night on her private line and would have said, I appreciate you. If they do it again, just call me. I come in there, beat his ass in front of the class. We need to get that shit back.
That's what I was talking about. That's exactly what I was talking about. And they don't have that nowadays. Nowadays, it's let me go out here and do whatever I want to do. The kids are raising the parents nowadays.
Bruh.
That's another problem and mixed in all this. Kids are now trying to raise parents, and parents are letting that happen. And it's crazy. I mean, you see it everywhere. You see it all on the internet everywhere. These kids trying to raise their parents. It's crazy out here now. And it's a shame that it's like this now. I mean, I think it's one of the things that influenced this, I believe, this is my opinion, back when they released those laws for child abuse and start protecting these youth or these kids. They thought they were just protecting the kids from the parents who, one, should not be parents, two, got, whatever problems they had, whether it be mental, whether it be drug induced, whatever. They thought they was just protecting that. But what the kids are doing right now are using that as a catalyst for their behavior. And that's a problem. That is a major problem. But there's nothing nobody can do about it. Or there's nothing that no one will do about it in order to reverse the effects of that. And you can't now because it's too far gone. Because again, like I said, these kids are raising these parents. And they kind of like controlling society in some ways too. And it's just terrible, man. Kids are not scared of police. Kids are not scared of adults. Kids are not scared of nothing. All they got to do is go get their piece or this whatever weapon they choose to have, and then they set that joint out there and do what they got to do because that's just how they are now.
Carl said, but Rosen Williams, I would rather God take me away from this earth right now before I just accept this BS with these kids and their BS. And you're right, bro. You are righter than right. And
absolutely correct. But again, We living here now. Until we as parents and adults, period, rise up, just like you can rise up about all this other stuff in the political forum. You know, you can rise up and do all that stuff. The Trump supporters, they rose up and went down to the Capitol and did their thing. Bad. They shouldn't have done it, but that's what they did. So if they could do that, why can't we come together as a village to raise these kids up properly like they used to when we grew up back in the day? Why can't we do
that? I mean, sometimes I guess you got, well, at this stage though, Rose, I guess you got to really think about it too, because say for instance, you want to go out there and you want to help a child. You just all the things you got to think about before you open up your mouth and say you want to help the child. If I go over there and say something, is he gonna shoot me? Is he gonna get mad? Is he gonna pull out a knife?
Yeah.
I got kids at home to think about it. I got my own family at home to think about it.
Yep.
So is it worth me helping this child to lose all what I have?
Yep.
Or is it worth me helping this child and trying to get this child to be respectful like the kids that I have?
Right.
He's stuck. And it's like, which direction do you go in? And you not, and I always try to say this too, because I'll be, you know how you sit back on Facebook and you watch the reels and all the people showing all the different fights and stuff like that, and you be saying to yourself, why this grown person ain't step in? Why this grown person ain't say that? Or then you got these people that some of them be saying stuff on the side and some of them don't. But I get it and I don't get it. Like, because we was raised to step in and help out. You know, make sure that if you see somebody doing something wrong, you correct it. But because we live in, like y'all was saying, the society that we live in today, you really can't do that, because the minute that you say, bro, you're doing it wrong, pop, you ain't going home.
You know what's the worst drug now? And it's not even something that, it's not on the lines of cocaine, crack, and all that. The worst drug right now is fear. And these kids have placed fear in all of us because of what you just said. If I go over there and say something to him, I got to now worry about this man pulling out a shank, pulling out a gun, or his boys be around. They're going to do all that. It's crazy. Fear got us scared and shook to raise your own children. So unless you get them from birth, get them good from birth, like we've done with our kids, because our kids won't do no stupid shit like this, of course. They would not go out there and do this. Unless you get it from birth, you are now taking a huge risk of them presenting fear, not only to the community, but to their own parents. So it's like taking that gun, like in X-Men, when Magneto took the guns and turned them around and faced them at the police.
That's what you're doing.
That's exactly what this is right now.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing. So this comment over here, Rhonda Black. Rhonda says not only that they're teaching them that it's okay to do that, but they're not teaching them that peer pressure gets you in more trouble than using your own mind. Let me say something about peer pressure. To today's kids, peer pressure don't mean shit because they don't care. They don't give a shit about nothing, not even themselves. They don't care. Look at the stray bullets killing people. Bro, DC alone, they doing drive-bys and stray bullets going in people's homes, killing these little youngins and adults. They don't care. Right, they don't care.
The little girl ride home in the car, minding their business on Mother's Day. Ain't got shit to do with Shinola in no shape or form.
At all.
And she lose her life because some jackasses want to go shoot. Come on.
She in the bed looking at TV and get shot and killed by a stray bullet. This is ridiculous, man. This is absolutely ridiculous. And we can sit up here and talk until we blue, purple, black in the face, until we rise up and physically do something about it and take our streets back, take our youth back, get these meaningful youth programs back into play. Not this bullshit about, oh, you can just drop them off over here. They can go play some basketball. They can go play some football. They can play tennis. No, some meaningful shit. Remember home economics? We used to have home economics in school. We don't have that shit no more. We used to have sex education in school, proper teaching of sex education in school. We don't have that shit no more.
Look, I called my son. My son big on right now. He want to learn how to be. He wants to be a chef. Mm-hmm. He loved watching the cooking channels and all that, YouTube and all that. He teaching himself how to cook by watching YouTube stuff, which I find totally a whole nother way and route because I did not see this coming with him.
Right.
And I called him the other day, and normally, you know, for a minute he was on a rough street. I would call, he'd pick up the phone and wouldn't answer. And if he picked up the phone, he was out with his friends. They was being, you know, being kids, getting in mischief. And you know, I'm sitting here saying, Bryce, that ain't it. We don't do that. Called his bama the other day. He out back on the grill, grilling his steak. I'm saying to myself, Slim, I'm sorry. What 16-year-old do you know that his hobby is he wants to go out back and grill a steak and cook it? And then he wants the presentation to be so. I'm trying to understand. Find something that you like. My question to the children are, the ones that's doing the shooting and pissed off and mad, why are y'all so mad?
I don't know.
Why are y'all so mad?
That's what I don't understand. I mean, we can make all the assumptions in the world, but until you get to the core of what's causing them to act this way, what can you do?
I just what is making you so mad?
Oh,
Look at this.
here you go, right now. We can't hear you, Chris.
We don't hear nothing.
We can't hear you, bro.
Okay, well, you call us when you get home, because we're not gonna do that. We not doing that. That's my thing is why I just don't get it. Sharon, I swear, if I knew why they were so mad, I think that would be a start of a good conversation to understand why they doing the things that they do. But I just want to sit down with, just give me 10 of them, especially 10 of the worst ones, and just ask them, what's wrong?
Remember when they used to have Scared Straight back in the day?
Bruh.
That won't even work now.
Bruh.
They don't care, dog.
Brother,
they don't care.
right. Them jokers don't date. That Scared Straight shit.
It will not work. And in today's children, that will not work. That won't even work with our own kids. I mean, our own kids aren't even bad like that. They look at them like jokes. Because unfortunately, that's where they live in. They live in that all this stuff that these dudes are in jail for, and the police and all that. They are jokes to them. They are jokes.
Look at
and the reason why I'm saying that is because look at what they're doing to them.
I do worse shit on the street than this shit that you showing me in jail. What the fuck is this?
Correct.
I don't need that. That shit don't do nothing for me. Correct. You holler in thinking that you, nigga, I get hollered at home. That's why I'm out on the street. That hollering at you shit ain't doing it.
They don't do nothing.
My thing is, you need to pay attention to these other countries and how they discipline when you do dumb shit. Again, my words tonight gonna be stupid and dumb. But when you do dumb shit happen to your ass.
Correct.
If your ass go to the store, steal candy in one of them third world countries,
they chop your hand off.
I bet you the mayor came on the TV tomorrow and said, from now on, if you're underage, you pull the trigger, you get caught. Whatever hand you use to pull the trigger, we cutting it off. If the person die, we cutting off both. And you go to jail with no hands. Bruh, I bet you if they think about this, see, and I know it sounds wrong and it sounds bad, but the problem is they don't have them issues and them problems over there. Over there in the third world countries, they teaching the kids to defend their country, not shoot and kill each other. Defend their country, man. I mean, some of them they be fighting against each other. They do be
correct.
But majority of them, they defending where they live.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't defending where y'all live. Y'all corner boys. Corner boys ain't defending where they live. You trying to defend your block. Your block for what? Shit ain't gonna last long. Yep. By the time we to the point where all that the drugs that they selling, where you can go to the 7-Eleven, buy it over the counter, y'all gonna be slammed out of business.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all might as well just let that go, Slim.
Yeah, it's a shame, man. It's a shame that we got to this point now.
Find a new.
So since everybody listening and everything, what's some of the remedies y'all think can happen? Like, how can we rise up and by rising up as a people, as a village, to take back our streets and these children, what are some things y'all think we can do as a village to bring them back home and get them back to the straight and narrow?
That's a very good question. Please tell me.
Tell everybody get all quiet now. Don't get quiet. Carl, what's up, man? What can we do, bro?
Tell me.
It's wild, man. This is some wild stuff going. This is a serious topic, man. Serious topic. I know majority of everybody here on this platform have children. The majority of y'all. I ain't say all, majority. And I'm sure if it was your child out there doing this, would you say, Bill, stupid and what? Dumb? Stupid and dumb shit.
This stupid.
I'm sure y'all be trying to reel them back in. How would you go about doing that? What would we do? What can we do as a collective to bring them back?
Stupid. Bruh. Stupid is what stupid does.
Yep.
And my favorite line of all times is Chris Tucker. Guns do not kill people. Stupid people kill people. Remember that
he
shit.
He said stupid motherfuckers kill people.
Oh, well, I wasn't going to go there far. But since you said it, stupid motherfuckers kill by.
That is correct. That is correct.
You are so right. If I'm going to quote the movie, quoted it correctly. That's exactly what he said.
So Sharon said the ATF and the National Rifle Association need to be shut down.
Huh, that's like pulling candy from a baby. What's this one right here?
Rhonda Black, she said that's not going to happen until they give the parents their hand back to discipline that child when they are doing something that they shouldn't be doing. Now there is a difference between beating a child than disciplining a child. Man, let me tell you something.
We get ready to say the same thing. I know we get ready to say the same thing.
Whoop that motherfucker's ass.
Woo! Hey,
whoop their ass like a man or woman.
Rose, I don't give a fuck what they say. And I'm getting ready to cuss now. I don't give a fuck what police come to my door and he tell me that I'm getting ready to lock your ass up because you just beat shit out your son or you disciplined your child. Let me tell you what's going to come out of my mouth. First thing I'm going to say, and I don't give a shit what nobody say after I say this. I don't give a fuck. Take me to jail. Yep. I'm going to get out. And when I come home, little motherfucker going to get it again. Yep. So you might as well just come get me again. I'm going to whoop his ass until he get it right. That's the shit where the police need to say, Mr. Red, have a good night.
Yep.
I see you tomorrow. We just going to come and do a welfare check, make sure everything good, but I see you tomorrow. Handle your business. That's what need to happen, Slim.
And some police, some of them would agree with you on that and won't even take you in.
Woo! They be like this, Slim. I'm gonna turn my back. You do your thing, and you gotta
hold on, wait till I leave, and then whoop his ass.
And you gotta
call me and let me know if you need me to come back.
You gotta respect it for one thing, because one, that same police officer on them streets at night, and he gotta deal with that same shit. Door to door when he going and knocking, and he got kids at home, and he's saying the same shit. Jokers need their ass beat. I mean, they need their ass. I ain't talking about grabbing no goddamn. Slim, the ex-wife was down that joker trying to discipline the boys, and she was beating them with a belt.
That ain't gonna work at their age.
Rose, first of all, one of them weigh way over 200 pounds, and Pam is 5'8". Same height as his mom and bigger than her. The youngest one is 6'1", so 6 feet. And he 200 pounds easy. What the belt gonna do to them?
Nothing.
They gonna stand there and look at you like, are you really serious? I mean, at first
that's how they're gonna look at it. They're gonna be like, are you serious?
Are you serious? I mean, are you really getting ready to try to do this? You're not getting ready. And see, I know Bryce smart mouth ass. First thing he'll come out of his mouth, he'd be like this. You're really not going to do this. Are you serious? Come on, Slim. I mean, really? Who does that? And then that pisses her off more. And then I get the phone calls. Because I handle it differently. First of all, when they with me, they're not going to disrespect me. They're not going to act like assholes. They're not going to do shit that they know they can get away with because they down there because she not paying attention to them like she should. They're not doing that shit with me. First of all, Slim, everything that you did and everything that you've gone through and you doing right now, That shit has been done 80,000 times prior to you doing it. So you ain't the first person that done invented it.
Right.
We done did all that shit. So please stop acting like you the man.
I wish my 13-year-old son would. I wish he would.
Yeah.
Step to me in any way, shape, or form like that. And this nigga is what? He's now 5'11", 13, wears a size 13 shoe. And I wish he would. I wish the fuck he would.
See what I'm saying? And it's almost like you really don't want to sound like this, but you got to. And then you ain't trying to put fear in the chat. Well, fuck, yes, you are.
Yes, you are. Yeah, you are.
I'm sorry. Yes, y'all. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Fuck, I am. Yes, I am. Nigga, I'm about to tell you some good shit now. Come on that motherfucker way the wrong way with me, Slim, and I'm gonna let you know now. It's gonna be me and you. I done had to jack Bryce ass up one time. I mean, up against the cabinets. I don't give a shit how tall you is or whatever, Slim. You ain't moving this big mountain right here, brother. With this three plus. You.
And then my son damn sure ain't moving this mountain over here.
We not doing that. I'm letting you know now.
Yo, just like for me, man. Back in the day, the only man that walked the face of this earth was my father, y'all. That nigga was in the Korean War, and that nigga used to use all that bullshit, all that shit he had from back then. And that nigga, when he whooped my ass, that nigga whooped my ass like a motherfucking man. That's the only nigga that I was scared of that walked this earth. So that was some positive fear that led me on the straight and narrow, because I didn't want to see that dude if I got in trouble. Bam was at school. If I got in trouble at school, they was like, all right, we're going to call your parents. And every time they said that, I was like, please do not call my father. Because that nigga, he came to my, true story. My father came to my church. I was at choir rehearsal at church. I'm not lying. This is a true story. He came to my church, was outside in the parking lot of the church, came into the fellowship hall, the doors to the fellowship hall, and said, "Where is Roosevelt?" And they was like, "Hey, Mr. Boy, how you doing?"
He ain't come in off violent either, did he? He just came in smooth as a mug and said,
came in smooth. They was like, "Your father outside, Roosevelt, you gotta go see what's going on." I went outside. That nigga yoked me up and was like, on church grounds, why in the fuck did your teacher call me and say blah, 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 blah? And I was like, Dad, can we wait till we get home and talk about it? He was like, no. Get your fat ass in the car right now and we going home. Man, that nigga took me home and wore my ass out, and he ain't used no belt like he used to, because I was older and bigger at this time. He didn't use no belt or no shit like that. That nigga used these shows right here and punished me. I ain't even gonna lie. That nigga punished me.
Want to see your hands? Let me show you hands. These hands right here.
That man would punish me like a man, for real.
Carl said, Carl, I'm assuming you saying if you had to deal with your kids that you would have Iraq flashback. See, that's the kind of shit me right there was scared to fuck. If I was your child, I would walk on the thinnest fucking line possible.
Hey,
when you watch TV and see how niggas be acting in Iraq, do you want your daddy to come home and have flashbacks to that shit while he whooping your ass? Hell no. You better sit your ass down.
My father did not play. He was like, do not put yourself in a situation that I got to discipline you, because it's not going to be a pretty thing for you to experience. And he was not lying.
Bro. It's like that caller come home and think his child is Akbar. And be having a whole flashback, Slim. We not doing. See, that's right there. That's the kind of shit that would make me. And Carl, shout out to you, man, for the service that you do and what you doing, and you still in there doing it in so many big ways.
Right.
And for you to be on here Sunday and have these conversations with us, man, I respect that more than anything. That just shows us just how much healing you want to do when it comes to the kids as possible. Mm-hmm. But brother, let me tell you something. If you I don't know if you got kids, and if you do got kids, I know good and goddamn well that they asses ain't getting out of line with you at all.
No, sir. No, sir.
Out of line with you. First of all, the uniform alone, like I had friends in school that would tell you that when they pressed in the military, the uniform alone, you scared the shit out of them. Because they knew. He said, he had two, they grown. When you looked at the uniform, he came home and you all. That's Chris,
That's
right?
Chris, right.
Corner. He need to come on with it. He need to send him a text and tell him he live. He just got to come on. He riding the bike.
All right, go ahead. Keep talking.
Like I said, I had friends, man, alone, man, that was in school, man. And they tell you off the break, man, that uniform scared the shit out of them. They come home, then first thing they say, like, you know, and then back different, your parents was built different. Like back then, everybody's parents were big. You know, you seem smaller than your parents. Man, you seen this big Joe get out the truck. He came home from the military and he pissed off, man. What you really want to know? You want him to know that you got D's and E's on your report card? Shit. That got to be him calling. That was him?
Yeah, that was him. But he ain't answered. So we're trying to talk more.
Because that was you called the second time.
The second time that was me.
Yeah. He got. Oh, here you go.
He on?
I don't know where he at.
There you go.
I said, let me pull over to the side so I can pull over and get on the microphone. Nah, ain't nobody fucking booed up. I couldn't pull over. I couldn't pull over.
Hey, Mr. Jones.
Yes,
Good
sir.
evening. Good evening. How are you, sir?
Good evening. I heard y'all was talking about church. Somebody getting beat up at church and shit. Fuck, that's all about, cook.
Nah, that was an example of what I went through with my father, because we talking about
Father's Day.
No, we talked about the violence that these kids out here are doing in our society now, and we're saying that what's the root cause of it. We trying to get to the bottom of that, and we also was talking about how can we rise up as a people to get our streets back and get our youth back.
Oh, okay, that's one of my topics because I deal
exactly.
With
that's why we was like, bring your ass on, because we know this one your topic.
Okay,
where you at?
Let me refreshing the shit real quick.
First
thing first, huh? I had to pull over, man. I had to pull over. I'm down to Haynes Point. I had to pull over.
You knew you had to be on at 8 o'clock though, Chris.
Hey, look here, we on the topic, man. I couldn't pull over. I wasn't always here, so I made it over here so I can get on the jump. But like I said, let me refresh my shit. What y'all talking about? Yeah, juveniles. Yeah, they some shit. Parents ain't no shit. They need to get their shit together. It start with home. If the home ain't right, the kids ain't gonna be right. That's bottom line. I'm a true believer of that. You know, my father put fear in my heart, and I heard you say something like that, Rose.
That was me.
Me. Billy, your people put fear in your heart. It starts from home. And now, these motherfucking kids, that's why I got my pistol on me now. I can't even pull over and not be worried about somebody trying to jump on my motherfucking bike and try to get me for it. But I'm ready for them.
Yeah, but it's a shame. It's a shame we gotta live like that.
I mean, you shouldn't have to live like that. Let me tell you something. I had 8 juveniles try to run me over at work today. Not today, what was that? Friday. Yeah, Saturday. 8 of them. Bum rush the door. I'm acting like I'm at the club back in the day. They try to bum rush the door. They come through the joint. They walk in deep. They come out, everything in their hand going straight dash. 7 of them got away. That 8, that nigga, he hurting right now. Cause I hit that nigga, knocked his ass right up off his feet. But the kids don't care. They have no respect. And what I'm trying to tell you, these little motherfuckers are dangerous now. These niggas are dangerous. That's why I keep telling y'all, man. Y'all better get y'all motherfucking concealed permits, man. Y'all better get them motherfucking guns. It's to protect you, not to be walking around you the biggest and baddest. But nah, these motherfuckers, they doped up. They're out of control. They don't want nothing. Man, I cannot find nobody to try to work so I can take up the slack on what I'm doing. Don't nobody want to work. From 20 on down, these niggas don't want to work because they got too much bullshit they can go to. They can do Instacart, they can do Uber, all that type of shit. And be their own
Chris, have you ever had a conversation with one of them and asked them why they so mad?
Huh?
Have you ever had a conversation with one of them and asked them why they so mad and so upset?
They say ain't nothing wrong with me, OG. That's just how it is. I'm like, what you mean? That's just how it is. So it's okay for y'all to walk around here, cuss out everybody. It's okay to do all that. It's okay to intimidate the elderly. It's okay to try to rob motherfuckers at the gas station. It's okay for that. So it's okay for me to bust a cap in your motherfucking ass.
See,
I get upset with it because I'm tired of this shit. See, I'm mad because I ain't know what y'all was talking about. I wish y'all had got on at the beginning because I'm mad with this shit. Y'all got the right topic and the right nigga. Because I'm mad. I'm mad. I mean, I'm going to tell you something. It's to the point where it's hatred, you know? And I don't even want to hate my kid, but I see this shit every fucking day. And now you can't say, oh, it's only in the hood. It's in the suburbs. It's in good parts. It's in the parts that got big money, big houses. Not spending no time with their kids. They too busy going out, trying to be on Facebook, I'm living my best life. Bitch, you got a motherfucking kid and a daughter. She trying to fuck 5 or 6 little kids. And you out here talking about you living your best life. Nah, bitch, you need to be in the house teaching her the best life. How to get educated, how to move on, how to build, how to invest, all that shit. I'm so fucking mad with myself because I didn't learn that shit when I was young. If I should have went to a trade school. I should have done all that shit, but no, I was just like them young motherfuckers. I seen the drug money. I seen all that shit. I thought that shit was cool, and down the line, that shit ain't cool. That's fucked up. Because when you get older, you really fucked up if your mind ain't right. Thank God and I praise God that my mind was set where I wasn't lost like that. These motherfuckers.
Look. In case y'all don't know, and the reason why Chris the way that he is, Chris deal with the public every day with his job. Mm-hmm. And not to get deep into his job or whatever, but y'all gotta understand that this man deal with some of the deepest hoods and the ghettoest people on an everyday basis.
Every day.
When he come off like this, he coming off like this because this everyday experience with this dude. He deal with this shit on the everyday. So every day. It's important for us to have conversation about it because in this circle right here, we know a lot of men. Between Chris, Rose, and myself, we know a lot of good black brothers. And for us to sit here and to have this conversation, we reaching out and we trying to get y'all to understand that the shit fucked up and it need to be fixed and it got to be fixed. And the only way that it's going to be fixed is y'all go in the house and be parents. Just like he said, stop living your best fucking life and live your best life at home teaching your fucking kids.
Yep.
If y'all can't hear the passion in all three of our voices right now, I don't know what to tell you. Because I'm at a point, I don't know how they're going to fix it, man. I believe that that youth generation is fucked. They got to wipe them motherfuckers off, man. They got to wipe them off and start all over again. I swear to God, because Lord forgive me, I don't know. I mean, all that, I'm gonna talk to the youth. I'm gonna talk, hey, look here, little man. That shit going off the other ear, man.
Yeah.
That shit going off the other ear. Yeah. The man, I dealt with a youth that was what, 6 year old. 6 year old, that Bama had almost $70 worth of stolen shit. Plus the motherfucker talking about, yeah, I see you outside, I'm gonna have to shoot you. 7 years old.
And what kind of clothes he have on, Chris?
Huh?
What kind of clothes did he have on?
A hoodie, baggy pants. The youngest smell like weed. But I'm telling you, half these motherfuckers go home, they not eating at home. The parents not feeding them. They don't have no food in their house. They don't have no water. They ain't got shit. They stay in the streets because their house is fucked up. And that goes on the mother. That goes on the mother and the father. These motherfucking females want to get out here and fuck with these hustler niggas, get pregnant by these motherfuckers, and now they ain't got nobody to take care of them fucking kids because that nigga locked up. Yep. I'm telling you, they got that generation done, man. And it's fucked up, though. It's fucked up.
Chris, let me ask you this. Who, even though we know the parents are accountable, we holding them accountable for the direction that the kids are going in, what do you think some of the things that we need to do to the parents to get them to lead in the right direction? Like, what are some of the penalties that we should do for them to understand?
I thought about that too. I got one. Y'all already dropped the microphone. For every crime that these kids do, lock their fucking parents up. I don't give a fuck if she got 10 kids. If for murder, she gotta do that 10 years. The mother gotta do it. And if everybody else gotta get taken somewhere else, I don't give a fuck. Somebody gotta pay the piper on this shit. Ain't nobody paying the piper. You got motherfucking mothers that got 8 kids and this bitch still pregnant and getting money from motherfucker from the government. Man, fuck all that shit. Yeah.
That is crazy. Mr. Jones, passionate, my brother.
Slim, I deal with this shit every day.
Oh, nigga, I know
every
you do.
Day. How do the fuck do I go? How do I go to work at motherfucking 8 o'clock, go inside the store, and the first thing I do is smell weed and fucking liquor in the morning time? All for females, Joe. One female I stopped, she was like, I said, Slim, give me all my shit back. What you talking about? I said, Slim, give me that shit back right there. I need all that shit, but I'm gonna lock your motherfucking ass up. Oh, here, take this shit. God damn. You need to suck my dick. I said, you probably got one, you fake, ugly looking motherfucker.
Hey, all right.
Surely, wrong topic for me to talk about right now.
Clearly, it ain't the wrong topic. We just know how passionate you are when it comes to.
And soon I put my fucking hands on them, they ready to call the police, or they ready to cry, or you can't do that, you can't treat, and then the motherfucking parents in the back with the cameras, you can't do that to that child. That motherfucker just robbed the motherfucking grocery store. Nigga, shut your dumb ass up. Get your nigga, take him to your house. Man, fuck y'all, man.
That be the thing for me when the ones that be in the back, and we just talked about this, and we were saying it be the ones that be on the outskirts that be wanting to say something, and then you got the ones that do say something, and the ones that do be saying something. My problem with them is you protecting them, but the minute you turn your back, they robbing the shit out your ass.
Right.
So you gotta pay attention to what you saying out your mouth. You want to protect these kids, but in the same token, all that talking you doing right now, that shit ain't working. That shit not working. That nigga don't give a fuck about you when you finish saying what you saying and trying to help his ass get out of whatever bar he's stuck in. He gonna turn around and be down your street, going in your motherfucking window, taking your goddamn good ass fucking toaster or whatever the fuck, and then you gonna be mad. Then you gonna be turning around on all that shit you were saying, gonna change from you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Oh my God, why you do this too? I can't believe these fuckers came in my house and stole my shit. Why you can't believe it? He told you the other day he was gonna fuck around, probably rob you next. You ain't believe him? You on your way home?
Yeah, I'm on my way home, cuz.
Well, you gonna be home by the time we finish or no?
Hell, I'm at Haynes Point, cuz. I'm gonna try, man. Just stay on. What time is it?
We've been on for an hour now.
Shit. Let's do round 2 when I get back. Shit.
Well, we stick around for a little bit. We try to get you in the house.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get home now. I'm talking all this shit. I don't want nobody to walk up on me. Be on the news in this bitch.
Go ahead home, Slim, and just hit us back when you get to the house.
Okay, I got you. All right, no problem. I'll see y'all later on, man.
All right. Man, this joint heavy, man. It's real heavy.
But and is much as we hear the flack about how Chris be off the chain and he be this and he be that or whatever, there's one thing that you will never be able to get me to go against when it comes to that brother. That he has a heart of fucking gold and steel when it comes to being passionate about real shit.
Yep.
He will speak the truth no matter what. If you do not like it, so the fuck what? And he gonna let you know and he gonna tell you. And pretty much basically, I'm gonna let you know right now, I stand behind him in a whole lot of shit that he do and he say, because he be right. Chris is that dude that say the shit that you want to say, but you scared to say, and you know his ass gonna say. That's who he is. Yeah, you might not, you be saying it, you be thinking about it, but you don't want to say it. But let Mr. Jones get at it. He'll tell you. He come right out of the mouth and tell you.
Yeah, you just got, I mean, just if you look at the meat of what he's saying and stop trying to just focus on his delivery, he's saying a lot of positive stuff and real stuff.
That's it. Who is that?
That's Rhonda Black. I have a question. What about the parent that has raised children? One of the minister one is a cop, and then that third one is just what? Just no help for them, no matter what they do.
I'm confused.
You got to clean it up a little bit, Rhonda.
I have a question. What about the parent that was raised that has raised children?
One of the the mic.
Oh, she's trying to speak.
She's trying to speak in Texas.
Yeah, you know that shit'll get you.
It'll mess you up. Yeah, just type it, Rhonda, so we can put it properly up here, so we won't misrepresent what you're trying to say.
Who else has something to say? Call, man. We I see all your messages. You, bruh. Who said somebody just came in? Who said hey? Hey BMU.
No, it's Lisa Renee.
Oh, okay. Well, like I said, man, this is a topic that we could talk about for a minute. You know, this something right here where you supposed to have a round table, you supposed to sit down and talking about it is one thing, but coming up with some solutions and things that can be suggested and done to the congressmen, to the senators, to the youth centers, to hell, the mothers and fathers that need this backbone. This the kind of round table that you sit down and you talk about and come up with the kind of stuff to help out the kids that's going through all of it. I just, that shit Chris was saying, man, it just stick with
you.
Yeah. I mean, like the whole just the society that we live in, man, shit has just changed so much. It like who goes, you go to work and you smell like weed. On the application, it says that you randomly check for a drug test. But because right now that weed is legal in some places and not others, that the jobs now doing the same thing that the parents doing with the kids is pretty much basically saying, do I really want to touch this situation? Because either we're gonna win or we're gonna lose. Do we want to spend time on? Do we want to spend time going through it for what? And then half of the supervisors and administrators and all them, excuse me, y'all. They smoke weed right along with them, so they ain't gonna say shit. Or if anything, they're gonna pat them down and be like, "This man, you know, you supposed to have this shit here," and then take that shit and go home and smoke.
Man,
yeah,
that was a heavy one right there, man. That was a heavy topic right there. Oh,
hey, look, this where we live. This where it's at. Raised 3, one a minister, one is a cop, and the third one is in trouble all the time and won't listen to anyone. So what happened with the third?
That is the third one. One is a minister, one is a cop, and the third one is a troublemaker.
That's what I'm saying. What happened with him? Why he always getting in trouble?
Nah, she's saying, what do you do in that situation? You the parent of those 3 kids. What do you do?
I mean, we need to figure out what's going on with the third one, for real. He always getting in trouble. I need to figure out what's going on with him. I guess my thing is you got to assess the situation. I look at it more so, what is the child crying out? Most of the time they crying out for something. Or they it's something that's bothering them, or something that's not flowing with them in the way where they want to cooperate the right way. Like, I give you a perfect example. Like some kids that I used to deal with, you know, they'll say, such and such got this and I want that, but my mother and father can't afford it. But such and such always come to school and they always bragging about this, that, and the other thing, and it irritates me. Okay, so now you letting materialistic things that somebody else is bragging about irritate you. So now we already know what the situation is. That somebody else is pissing you off, and then you mad about that. So now you want to lash out and act out because they got something that you don't have. Okay, so they fortunate enough to have it and you don't. But there's so many other things and so much other stuff that you can do and you can get and be happy with instead of always zeroing in on that one particular thing.
Right.
I get these are conversations, like I said, man, that need to sit down and have with the kids. You got school in the morning, Sharon Bell. We know that. Got to teach them kids. And she just said that she got a student teacher conference tomorrow about some of the same stuff that we've been talking about. That's something I wish we could have had a teacher on and talk to one of the teachers tonight so we could really see how they deal with the situations and get a hand on.
Man, we should have had Tweety on here, man.
Tweety he ain't doing this.
I mean, I'm saying he's a principal, so
yeah. He definitely ain't gonna do it. And he'll tell you.
He Joe Clark up at his school.
I talked to him the other day.
I talked to him today.
And he was saying that the kids come in with shoes that cost more money than what's up, Mike? The kids come in with more money, with more shoes, with shoes on that cost more money than what some of the substitutes and teachers be making, which is ridiculous. Mike Jones, you coming on, man, so we can talk to you? We know you got a lot to say. You want to come on here and we can send you the link and you come on in and we can sit down and rap with us for a minute. So, hey, Sharon, you next time we're gonna have you on because you're a school teacher, and we need to have you on so we can have a conversation with you. So you need to let us know next time you can come on.
Who's that? Mike Jones from Frostburg?
I want to say he watching on YouTube.
Okay.
But I think that is him.
He said he's not dressed properly.
Okay, Mr. Jones. Well, can you inbox me, please, sir, for a particular date, Sunday, that we can have you on so we can talk? Because, you involved with a whole lot of stuff, man. And you definitely somebody who we can have on here and talk to about all the stuff that's going on. Please let me know, bro.
They just keep interfering with your jump.
That's my youngest.
Okay.
I don't know. He done called me twice, so I definitely need to see what's going on with him.
He probably listening to the show.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like, Dad, why you put me out there like that?
Oh, nah, he ain't gonna do that. He definitely not gonna do that.
So you calling him back now?
Yeah. Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, man. So while he handled his parenting business over there, very, very good conversation about this topic, man. We really got to come up with a way in which we can grab our streets back and grab our youth back and get them off these streets. Or if they're on the street doing something positive, whether it's cleaning the streets, whether it's, making a positive impact on the youth that's all around, because we're going to need that, man. We're going to definitely need this in order for us to have a more successful society and lower and get rid of this frivolous crime that's going on that should not be happening. Because we should not be sitting here going through all this right now. It's not a good thing. It's not a good look. Take your kids, man. Make sure you raise them like they're supposed to be. Raise them to be men. Raise them to be women. I'm going to say that again. Raise your kids to be men and raise your kids to be women. You got to do that. Show them the right way, show them the way, and show them how to get through that way that you're teaching them. Whether it's through education, whether it's through trade, whether it's through, any other means of positivity that they can be successful in this world. Make sure y'all do this with your kids, man. And that's why all y'all that have kids. And if you don't have children, be a positive influence on kids that you are interacting with, you come in close proximity with, that you can reach out to. Make sure y'all do that, man. Reach back, because it takes a village. It takes a village to raise these youth. You on mute, Bill. You on mute. It takes a village to raise these youngins, man. We gotta get back to that.
A big ass village.
Yep. Gotta get back to that.
Look, this is what I was gonna say with something you were saying. So here's I'm gonna throw this question out there, and for everybody who's still in here, and let y'all chime in and y'all tell me how you feel about this situation. So social media is right now pretty much basically 90% of running the kids' lives, if you ask me. They can't deal without no phones. They can't deal without social media. They got to have IG, Twitter, all these different apps they got to have and deal with. On these things, they learn so much different stuff from TikTok. They learn from YouTube. They learn from all the platforms. How to make money doing certain things. But how do you tell a 14-year-old who listens to somebody that has a YouTube page that's making $5,000-$6,000 a month or a week with an OnlyFans page that they shouldn't be doing, knowing damn well that at that age they shouldn't be doing, but because they got access to this shit, they see all this money being made, and it ain't just OnlyFans. It's OnlyFans, the hustle with the tennis shoes. I mean, all these different type of hustles they see, and they feel like these are jobs that, you gonna finish high school, you gonna get this and do this, and you gonna be, this social media creative director all day long. It ain't that easy, and it don't work that way. But how do you get them out of that mode, other than taking their phone away and taking them off of all of it? And then that's really when you create an issue and a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Taking kids' phone away, you have an issue. Have you ever had to take your kid's phone?
Absolutely.
How long did you keep it?
A month.
Did you see a difference?
Yes.
So let me ask you this then. If you saw the difference and it was working for you, why not just keep the phone away?
Because I needed to be able to get in contact with them, and they can get in contact with me.
You know what we should go back to?
What?
Pages. Make a little nigga go to the cell phone, go to a phone on the desk and call me. You can't do it from your phone. Go to the pager. I'm gonna send you a text and say, Daddy need to talk to you. This phone number right here. You can't pick up the phone, just call. You got to go to a phone and call.
Or we can go back to the two-way pages with no phone access.
But then that's
still. But you can send a message.
Yeah, but that's text. We getting away from. See,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Motorola pager, you could not text at all until they came out with the one with the letters. Bruh, you imagine, I guarantee you right now, you give me a classroom with 20 kids, give them all pages in there. This day and age, I'm pretty sure out of the 20 that's in the room, 15 of them going to figure out how to talk to each other using just the numbers on there without having to do shit.
Absolutely.
Which, if you that goddamn smart to do that, why waste your time in all the other nonsense and bullshit that's getting you in trouble? I'm confused, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. This has been a good topic, man. And we can talk about this we can go on and on with this right here. But we're gonna get it's 120. I mean, we don't be for one. I can't even talk straight. We've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes. What'd he say? Oh, say. First you tell them I love you. This is ways I don't want to go to your funeral. I'm going to discipline you because I love you that much. You right. Man, you know what? One thing though that I think it scares some of them straight to? Make their ass work at their funeral home. Or take them to funerals with people they don't even know. Maybe that's it. What's wrong, Rose?
This is a tough topic, man. It's wild, man.
Joe said, stop giving children phones at 2. How old was your kids when you gave them their phone?
11. All 3 of them were 11 when I gave them their phones.
They need to learn how to go back outside and play like kids.
Correct.
The
you can't do that now. You can't even make them do that now.
No, sir. No, sir. It's more important for them to sit in front of the computer or on that cell phone. Whose kid was 14 when they gave him a cell phone?
Rhonda Black.
Yeah, mine ain't get cell phones until they was 15. When they was 15, they got cell phone.
Yeah, mine was 11. But I grilled their ass before I gave it to them.
They better answer when you call.
Damn right.
First thing I said out my mouth, when I call you, bro, look.
And what you doing? You better answer that phone.
I still go through that shit. It worked in the beginning, but as they get older, that they'll call you. They like don't answer, they'll call you back. I don't want you to call me back. I want you to answer the phone when I call you.
And don't text me back when I call you.
Oh, Slim.
Don't do that.
That is a form of disrespect, Rose. I swear to God. I'll be heated with that.
Yep.
I'm calling you, and then you hit me when the text comes across the screen and say, give me a few minutes, I'm going to call you right back. Slim,
no.
You work on Wall Street? Wait a minute.
You going to answer that phone.
What? I'll be sitting back and I'll be bored. I'll be like, did this joker truly just put me to the side? Ghost me? Just
crazy.
Like shit. Like no respect. I'm gonna call you Dad, and then try to make it sound, formal. Dad, I'm gonna call you back in about 2 minutes. Don't put Dad in front of me. I'm still getting pushed to the side, big homie. What we doing?
I appreciate that, Carl. Thanks, man. I'm gonna keep my head up, man. But it's rough out here in these streets, man. I'm still here trying to keep my youngins safe from all that as much as I possibly can. That's another reason why, like, when people tell me, like when you and I was talking, Bill, we was like, sometimes, you gotta, Rose, you gotta go do something that we gotta go handle and do.
That's a different story, though.
I'm saying, but I'm keeping it along the lines of the topic that we're on right now. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to that, that's why I am that way, giving them my undivided, my 100% time when they with me, is because I don't want them to go straight like this, man. I don't want them to do that. I really don't. I'm not saying they will. I'm not saying that they have the desire to do so, but I don't even want to put them out there for them to get a glimpse of firsthand that this is the way that they could be in these streets. I ain't doing that. I'm gonna be right here with their ass, like I always do.
See, my thing is, I don't want a shelter child. I don't want a shelter child. So, growing up, my mother was very protective of me and Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Very. She was very overprotective with us. And what you don't want is to create a shelter child. So when they do get out in the real world, when they ain't with you, they dumbfounded, stupid, and don't know what the fuck going on. So you definitely want them out there, and you definitely want them, to get they feet wet to understand what's going on and get a taste of it. But you want to make sure that you have conversations with them too, so that they can understand. I got 2 boys, and girls is different, I think.
Mm-hmm.
with fathers, they raise girls different than with especially in the society that we live in now, because I feel like men right now, with boys right now, the only thing that you want to really do, and basically your main objective is to make sure that they come home alive.
Mm-hmm.
That's, you want to keep them safe and alive, because young black men, that's what's dying every day. So that's your main thing, is you want to keep them alive. So the more stuff that happens when they staying in the house or don't want to go out, this and the other thing, it puts you at ease. But then too, growing up the way that I grew up and just being around people who I've been around, once they go out and you haven't let them out, and then when they finally out there, you're very uncomfortable because they're not used to it.
Mm-hmm. So
now you stuck. You want to keep them alive, but you want them to be used to this shit so they know how to handle themselves while they're out on the street. And I've always been a big believer on, it's one thing to sit in the house and teach them. That's just like the same thing in the classroom. I can teach you this school book. I can school book you this shit all day long and teach you this. But in the same token, you got to have hands-on when it comes to certain things. Case in point, in high school, the dude that was in my my math class, and in the math class, the sharpest dude in there. I mean, counting money, he was good with numbers. I mean, he was a beast with numbers. But he was one of them corner boys. So he was learning that money shit out there. So he was good with them numbers. He was calculating that shit in his head, this, that, and everything. But the minute you sat down and you had to read that book and get it explained to you in that book that way, it was complicated and hard. It was hard for you. Whereas if he'd have learned it backwards, the right way, which he learned it from the book, and then out there on the streets, he would have understood it more. But he only understood it the one way, was dealing with that money and counting it and doing it this way and the other thing. Good with numbers. But he didn't understand the book smart part behind it. So my thing is, I go both ways when it comes to that situation. I need for them to not be blinded when they out there. I need them to understand and know what's going on. But in the same token, I want to keep them safe. But my goal is to keep them safe before anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it's at with that.
And then for me, I got I got two girls, and my youngest is my son. I teach my girls to practice what they're learning from their mother on how to be a woman. And the way I get them to practice that is by giving them examples and telling them what they could be experiencing from men out here. All facets, all different types, all different scenarios. And I keep feeding that into them so they can understand how they are supposed to act towards that, being the women that they are raised to be out here in this society. So far it's working. And then with my son, like you said, and teach him how to be a man growing up in this world. And it is rough. It's completely rough. And he needs to understand that unless he has, all three of them need to understand, you got to have self-love first. You got to love yourself first. But you got to love yourself enough to know right from wrong and how to stay on that straight and narrow path. And not get off of it, not let nobody take you off of it, not let nobody shake you off of it, whatever. Learn how to do all that.
It's crazy.
These are just basic things that, I'm teaching them. Everything else, they're gonna learn stuff on their own. They're gonna experience stuff on their own.
Yeah.
But learn how to take that and come back home with it and talk to us so that we can all have dialogue and give you the guidance that you need from your parents on how to handle those situations. And we got their mother and me. We have that open door policy that you can come holler at us about anything. And it's been working so far. They've been doing it. And so far, I haven't had any problems with them.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm just me. The minute they walk out that door and I ain't with them, I'm still on pins and knees.
Oh, me too. Absolutely. Me too. When I drop their butt off tomorrow at school, like I always do every day they with me, I say a prayer. But first thing we do is I say to them, all right, y'all can go ahead on in there, have a good day, and learn something. And they're like, all right, Dad, thanks. I love you. And I'll be like, I love you too. Every single day. When we go to bed at night, we give each other hugs and say, I love you before we lay our eyes to rest. Because you don't know if you're going to open them joints up the next day.
Right.
Every day we say that and do that. So, yeah, man. Doing what I got to do, man, to make sure they stay on that straight and narrow path, man. So far, it's working.
All I know is that when somebody said you was supposed to have kids, that shit should have came with a book. That shit should have came with a serious ass goddamn book. It don't come with no book. Somebody on Facebook the other day said having kids it's a plan. It's a Ponzi scam. I was like, this what you mean? You used to be a kid. Like kids ain't no scam. They just that's a rough ass job. So that's a job within itself.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I see a alert come across the phone about school shootings, Slim, I be done. What in the hell is going on, Slim?
When Oxon Hill was locked down a couple of times, I was on my phone. Anaya, you all right? Anaya, you good? Anaya, what's up? I was on that joint, man. I'm like, man.
Have you taught them to call or text in a situation like that?
Oh, they know to call me.
They call you?
They call me. Yeah. Now, if it's a situation where, somebody with a gun going through the school shooting and all that, they know to text because they shouldn't get on the phone to reveal their location and they come in. They do know that. But other than that, they on that phone. They'll call me.
Lockdowns, it's always I need you to text me.
Yeah.
I don't pick up no phone and make no unnecessary ass noise.
Yep.
That's just where I'm at with that. What calls? Man, you call you right. Look, I went to church today, man. I'm in that joke praying.
Yes.
You pray every day. You gotta teach them to understand that. But, bruh, every time you turn on the news, you just feel like it's like all the stuff that you're doing and you teaching and you getting them to understand and do it, whatever. It just feel like you get knocked right back down. Even though it don't be your situation or your problem, when you hear all that negativity on the news, it feel like you just getting smacked right in the face.
Yeah.
Well, look,
this
let's
wrap it up, man.
We gonna move off of this. We don't get Chris enough time. It is the end of the. We got a good week this week. It's gonna be nice outside. Ain't gonna be raining. We got a lot going on.
Memorial Day weekend coming up.
Yeah. What you doing for Memorial Day?
The only thing I got planned this weekend is I'm going to the Wine Fest in Linganore on Sunday.
When is Memorial Day? It's this weekend, huh?
Memorial Day is Monday the 29th.
Oh yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah. So this is the official start of the summer season. Pools open up. All types of stuff happen this weekend.
Yeah, we open the pool up. Pop's opening up the pool. I think this week at the house. We having a pool party on Saturday.
Okay.
So we gonna be at the house. The family, not open to the public.
Understood.
The family pool party. We be there on Saturday doing karaoke. We got the whole nine. All them games y'all be seeing on TikTok and YouTube and all that. We gonna be right there. So we be expecting to see videos of that crazy shit. No songs with getting thrown in the water, Slim. Well, if that's the case, then I guess we pretty much there, man.
Sure.
I want to do bring Andrea on one day this week because stuff that she need to talk about as far as like job related stuff and stuff she been working on. I noticed she been doing this motivation thing that she puts on Facebook every night at 12, midnight motivation. So I wanted to come on to talk about that and stuff like that. So y'all look forward to HR coming on soon too. Outside of that, man, that's about it. We done talked about it until we blew in the face. Ain't too much we can really say too much more on it now, other than we need to just come together as a village and try to correct the problem in so many ways.
Correct.
Rose, what you got coming up for the week?
Man, just another work week. Hopefully it'll be a short one. As far as having a lot of work to do. We got the holiday coming up this weekend. So everybody be safe. Be safe. Be safe. This Memorial Day weekend. Clear blue skies, all that good stuff happening all week long. I don't think there's a raindrop in sight that's scheduled to happen this week. So everybody just be safe. Everybody enjoy this weather. The weather this weekend was absolutely gorgeous and beautiful here in the DMV, with the exception of Saturday night when it rained overnight. But other than that, it's been beautiful, man. It's been absolutely wonderful. So just take that together. And if you got kids, hug your kids. If you got loved ones, hug your loved ones. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that, God got their back. God is their provider. God is their guardian. Keep God in your life first and foremost. So that's pretty much it for me.
Well, that's about it. I think that's pretty much basically it. Be safe out there. Pay attention to the news. When you're at the gas station getting gas, make sure you pay your surroundings. I stay on the phone with Monique sometimes when she be at the gas station. When she got about,
and lock your doors when you're outside. Have your keys on you. Lock your doors while you pumping that gas.
But definitely pay attention to your surroundings like you're supposed to. The whole lot going on out there. It's rough out there. It's a rough city.
Yes, it is.
And we are in the DMV, and we are nowhere near shy of the roughness, because it is happening 24/7. Outside of that, if nobody today has told you that they love you, let me be the first to tell you that I love you. Love you, Big Rose.
Love you, bro.
Chris, I know you're listening, brother, but you came on, you was real passionate and whatever, but I know you got to get in the house, and I know you off tomorrow, but we're going to chat. We got tomorrow we're going to do the recap Monday, so we probably have a whole new conversation tomorrow on recap, when we're going to talk about what's going on out here in the DMV when it comes to our kids. You'll catch that on Spotify. It'll be up there. Tonight's show will be on Spotify first thing tomorrow. You also can make sure that you see us on YouTube, IG, Twitter, and all those other fancy platforms. We got some new ones coming up too. We still working it out. We getting it there so we can bring y'all on so y'all can listen to them on there too. iHeartRadio. We got a few of them coming up, but we expanding and we getting it out there. We getting ready to be big men united across the globe. That's what we're trying to do. I don't really have no motivational ticket for y'all tonight. The only thing that I can do and tell you is that this conversation is through the heart, because I got a lot of family members that I have lost and dealt with when it comes to the violence. So if you missed it, go back and replay it. Listen to it. Like I said, it'll be on Spotify. You can go back on YouTube, play it back on Facebook. But just listen to what we're talking about, man. And it ain't the first time that we having this conversation that we're gonna forget about it. It's gonna be a topic that we're gonna probably, bring up every now and then and bring different people on. Carl, we're gonna have you on the next time we have this conversation so we can talk about it too. Plus, we want to talk about your walk that you've been doing over at the National Harbor over the bridge. We'll make sure we talk about that. So we definitely want to bring you on. You can give us a tidbit on that military life and how you dealing with open. Outside of that, man, like I told you, I will see y'all on the book and all those other platforms. Y'all stay safe, man. I love you. Go to bed, get something to eat. Do all that stuff or whatever. But outside of that, man, it's BMU, man. It's Let's Talk. It's 8 o'clock show every Sunday, 8 p.m. We on time. I don't know about Mr. Jones, but we'll see him tomorrow. Outside of that, we'll holler at y'all. Y'all take it easy, man. Have a good night. Peace.
Hey, working all day. I got you on my brain. Thinking about the way you take my breath away. Just can't wait to get back home to you. We can do what lovers do. Oh, I love the way I feel when you're around. It makes my day. You make me feel so proud. You inspire me to be young and free.